Hi, Jelly here, and welcome to my first vlog. So this is actually a pattern test I did for Betty over at Happy Little Loops Crochet. She is here on YouTube and on Instagram. She is a lovely person. If you've not had a chance to interact with her, I definitely would. Like, just look how precious this doll is. It is absolutely massive. Like, here's the size of my hand, or the Apple Watch. She weighs like almost 3 pounds with how big she is. And then look how cute the little bow is. She is absolutely adorable. So one thing that I want to do this week is I want to try to get done one of my WIPs. If you are newer to internet lingo, WIPs means work in progress. I do have a couple. Let's go ahead and check them out. Okay, so it looks like on this card I have 5. This is an Anchor the Octopus that I need to finish. I've only got the 2 tentacles done, but I got all the 2 tentacles completed. I do have all of the suction cup parts done, but that's about it. And I do have another one of these skeins on the shelves, but I left it over there for now. Then down here, I have the Red Mills Baby Fury Dragon that I started. This one was done with Chenille Home Slim. I got this color like a while ago, late 23, early 24, before all the issues happened. And I'm almost done with all of the pink that I need for it, but if I run out, I just plan to use the brown because I still have plenty of the brown, and that's the accent color for this dragon, so it's kind of like a chocolate strawberry color dragon, if that makes sense. And then these eyes for both of these projects are Sweet Bean Crochet. She makes my favorite eyes on here, and I've talked to her a couple of times, so I would say that we're pretty good acquaintances, but I wouldn't necessarily call us friends just because like we don't talk every day, but I do support her business whenever possible because I really do believe in her. And then this is the Scrappy Dog that I started the head of at like a year ago, this because it was at one of my cousin's baby showers, and people were like fascinated that I was sitting and crocheting during that because I really do not socialize with strangers very well. And even though I was sitting with my mom and my aunt, my cousin's mom, it was still easier for me to go ahead and work on it. I'll eventually come back to this. This was another pattern that I was trying to create based off my mascot, but I'm not going to use my blanket yarn or my chenille yarn for it. I'm going to use acrylic yarn for the body, just because if I have to frog or I decide I don't like it, I don't feel as bad throwing away acrylic than I do blanket yarn or chenille yarn. And I know that if I choose to unravel it, it's not going to like completely disintegrate like chenille yarn or get all weird like blanket yarn. And then down here I have a giant, like basically a life-size Terriermon that I'm trying to freehand. I really need to get back to it. This one's also a year old. When I was trying to do it, it was like the first pattern I was trying to design. I'm just like, yeah, I can do this. And I was trying to freehand it to make it no-sew as well. And now that I'm about 2 years in my crochet journey, I'm just like, yeah, I don't think I'm in a position where I can freehand something that detailed as no-sew. So my plan is to make it with sewing right now, because I figured that, well, I already have the arms attached, but I figured for like the ears and the tail and the horns at this point, because I also want to make the ears no sew. I think at this point it'd just be better to close it up and then sew the ears on, because I can always go back and edit it, because I do want to remake this pattern and maybe even release it one day. Over here I have my temperature blanket that I need to finish. I only have to go through December, and this was my 2024 temperature blanket. Sorry if it's a little louder in here. The AC is running. I'm in southern Arizona, and so it gets really hot. So when I started my crochet journey, it was September 23, and I saw the idea for temperature blanket, and at the time I did not realize that I would need a lot of yarn, cotton yarn would hurt my hands. Like, they make gorgeous color, but it hurt my hands. But this is also not cheap yarn, and it is expensive to make. And this is all single crochet too. I'll definitely have to take it out and show it a little bit later tonight. I really don't feel like digging it out, so when I do decide to get started, I'll be sure to take it out and like show the different colors for that. Last is definitely this crochet bag, which is full of things I need for a late birthday present for one of my friend's kids. They wanted a cowboy dinosaur for their birthday this year, so I gotta get started on that. I'm most likely gonna start on this one first, and then I'll either do Terriermon, Baby Fury Dragon, Anchor, or Scrappy Dog. I'll have to wait and see which one I decide. I started the head for my friend's kids cowboy Brachiosaurus. He had wanted it in blue, and I think I'm gonna lose yarn chicken on this one. This is all the blue yarn I have in this color, so I'm going to confirm with him after school. We'll confirm through his parents with him after school that he's okay if it's a scrappy dinosaur, so I can use a bunch of different shades of blue, or if he wants me to just go ahead and purchase more. I don't want to purchase more because I am kind of on a yarn ban right now, so I really don't want to purchase more yarn. I am happy with the color of the eyes that I chose for it. These are Sweet Bean Crochet eyes as well. I think this was from her Upper Moons collection. I don't know, I just see her make pretty eyes, and I like the ones with the white pupils or the black pupils. She has in the past also released color pupils, but those ones aren't for me, so I haven't bought any of those. But look how pretty these eyes are. They're like gold and green, and then at extreme angles they like shift to blue. Like, you can see some of the blue right there at this extreme angle. They are absolutely gorgeous, but I will check back in for the sky later. Well, I received my first student request today. They brought me this bag of yarn that looks like they got Goodwill, and they want a scrappy bunny, exactly like the one I have in my buddy bin. Let me grab it. So this is the No Sew Bunny by Darby's Crochet Corner. This was my first bunny pattern I ever did, and this bunny did originally have a second eye, but a student broke it off, and so I had to replace her eye with the acrylic yarn instead. You can see she still has this other eye, but she's called Scrappy Bunny because, as you can see, she's a couple of different yarns. I used this Bernat baby blanket yarn. I can't remember the name. I think like Little Petals or something. And then this Neapolitan one. I forget what that one is called too. And then the body was Bernat blanket birch. I know that one for sure. But you can see that I was trying to use up some scrap yarn, and this is how she ended up looking, because that her body was all the birch yarn, and then this was all that one color of the baby blanket, but then I had a little bit left of this Bernat baby blanket. And so I guess she just really likes how cute she is. And she brought me those 3 different colors. She's like, I want my own Scrappy Bunny, exactly like your Scrappy Bunny, where all the colors change too. So I'm just like, okay. So that'll be fun to do. The tulip edema crochet hooks, that they kind of have the taper right here. Like, you can see it's thinner right here and then gets wider right here. Tulip edemos are my favorite crochet hooks, and I absolutely love these hooks, but I really don't like that they don't go farther down for the length and such. Okay, so I finally finished the one ear. I have to make another one, but I'll do that another day because that's all the time of my lunch. Also, sorry if you can hear the planes. My school is kind of near one of the airports we have. And well, the only like major airport we have in this area, and we also have an Air Force base. So sorry if you can hear the planes, but look how small it is. Like, this is the size of my hand. Like, my hand is about 5 inches long. So, like, that's just how little it is. Especially compared to the ear of it with the blanket yarn with the size 6 hooks. Like, look how small that is. It's definitely going to be a small rabbit. Also, while I was working with this yarn, I ended up not getting, like, sick watching it, because I don't know about you, and it might just be me, but this yellow yarn she gave me, once it's worked up, it looks like scrambled eggs. It just honestly looks like scrambled eggs to me, and I don't know how to feel about it. It looks like scrambled eggs to me. Okay, sorry if you can hear my husband playing a Silk Song in the background. It just came out, and so he's like really invested into it. But this is my temperature blanket that is through November. I just have to finish the December month and it will be fully done and such. But this was my for 2024. Then you can see up there in January, and then as it warms up here in March and April, and then it gets here and it turns green. This bright green is all 100 days. I know right here it looks like it's 2 different shades of greens. It's not supposed to be. It was different. And let's like, I don't know what happened, but this one skein of this green was much brighter than the rest of the greens. And then as we come back down here, it fades back down there, but we'll still see some of this brown dark green a couple of times. And then there's all the skeins of yarn I have left, and hopefully it will be enough to finish this blanket once I get to it. Alright, here's what I have so far. I ended up putting a poll on my Instagram asking which one of my WIPs I should focus on first. And I put Anchor, Baby Fury Dragon. I also put the Scrappy Dog, and the Terriermon. And the one that had the most votes, as you can see here, was my Baby Fury Dragon. So this is what I have to do. So as you can see, she's pretty close to being done. I have 2 feet made, and I just need this last little bit of chenille home slim to last me for 2 more feet. That's all I need it for. And then this one I have plenty of still, so I'm not worried about running out of this one. So the wings and any other accents I plan to do in this color, but if I have any left, I might do 1 row of the wings in this color, so that way it's kind of like the skin part, and then that's the inside of it, but it just really depends. I also have the head and the body done. The body definitely took the longest. This project is actually about a year old now, because I had really started it last year around end of October, beginning of November, because I remember I was working on this on the plane to go to one of my best friend's weddings that she was having in Idaho. Even though we live in the same city, they just got the best deal in Idaho, so they got married there instead. But yeah, I really can't wait to work on this, but it's like 9 p.m. here. No, it's not 9 p.m. What time is it? It's almost 9 p.m. So I have to finish cleaning up the dishes first, and then I will work on it off camera. All right, I actually finished her. Look at her. I'm so happy she's finally done. She is definitely not as big as the How to Snuggle Your Dragon, but she is still absolutely massive, and she's super soft. I also love how the eyes look in this overcast light too. Okay, the very last thing I have to share for this video is this axolotl by Becca's Plushies over on Instagram. This is a birthday present for one of my other friend's kids. I have started the dinosaur for the one I want, and they did say, yeah, I can have permission to go ahead and make it scrappy, and I think they'd be cooler. So I don't know if I said that already. But yeah, this will be the end of the video. If you liked watching this vlog, go ahead and hit that like button so I know you want to see more videos like this. I know they're still kind of rough because I'm still new to doing this kind of stuff. If you want to see if I figure out this stuff more, go ahead and click that subscribe button so that way you can catch the next time I upload. The next video I want to do is another yarn review and such. I know that the gills are on a little crooked, but it's fine. I don't have the motivation to fix it. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.